Well, it's time for Sports on the AM show. My name is Abigail, Sena. So you know the season is all about the World Cup, but we are inching closer to Ghana's first game, and so there's a lot of talks about the Black Stars. So we zoom straight into the camp of the Stars, where the Vice President of the Ghana Football Association, Mark Addo, is confident that the Black Stars will give a good account of themselves in the clash against Portugal. Ghana faced the 2016 European champions on Thursday in the World Cup opener with the aim of winning after losing to Portuguese side in 2014. Mark Addo expresses belief in the playing body to come to the party.
Look at the performance of the Black Stars against Switzerland, you know, just in snapshots, not in the totality. Yeah. You get a sense that this is a very balanced team. Even without the two top players like Kudus and Pate playing in our midfield, you could see a very structured team. You see glimpses of potential that they have, that they could play any top team in the world. I mean, after all, Switzerland's rated 15, and you saw from the game that, you know, in snapshots they could play any top team in the world, you know, if they maintain the same structure. You look at Portugal too, against Nigeria. Of course, they had moments where they were quite brilliant. I mean, I think Portugal parade some of the best players in the world. So it will be a very interesting game, and I think it will boil down to who wants it that badly. And I know football is always a game of inches, you know. It depends on a lot of things that have to happen in place, but who really wanted badly to win that day. And I think our boys are fully committed, and they are really focused, and I think they will show up. They will show up and defend the flag of Ghana that day. I mean, in that any circumstance, no matter what happens, they will show up and play their hearts out. I'm very confident they will make us proud on that day.
So talking about the preparations of the Black Stars, one Ghanaian player who will be hoping to start in defense for Ghana on Thursday is Club Rouge Dennis Odoi. The 34-year-old has been speaking about the preparedness of the team, and he believes Ghana has what it takes to go far.
We're here to play our game. We want to win as a team. We want to represent Ghana, and like I said in the press conference, like my experiences from Champions League just shows that, like, if you play as a team and you're cohesive as a group, you can do anything. Yeah, the journey's been positive. I think also, like, sometimes you need I said you need to be deep to grow from that and learn from that, and I think that's what this experience has brought. Obviously, the AFCON was a very bad performance, like one of the worst like in the last few years, decade, and then we managed to grow and learn from that process. Yeah, I think the guys, everybody comes along really well. Everybody's talking to one another, and obviously, like, we've used this last week to fit everybody in and to get used to the system and to practice the defensive and offensive battles, and everybody gets to know each other a little bit better on the pitch.
And now that you've found out that you guys are the lowest ranked team in the competition, does that give you a little bit more motivation going into that first game?
So I can't believe it, so we need to change something about that.
Yeah, Dennis, just a quick one. At the moment, if you look at the squad, you have only 2 players who have tasted the World Cup before. Is the inexperience in the squad a disadvantage in any way to Ghana?
I don't know. I mean, obviously experience is always important, but we maybe have other guys like myself who've played Champions League, and we have the experience from that stage. But yeah, we'll see.
Multimedia's coverage of the World Cup has been huge, and on grounds is George Adu Jr., who's bringing us all the news. We'll hear from him after the Black Stars have trained and done a lot in Doha to tell us what they are really up to for that game tomorrow.
Okay. The Black Stars are back onto the turf to train again as preparations for the first game against Portugal at the World Cup is very much on. There are no injuries to report in camp. Every player is fit and fine. Last night there was an intense training session, and the same is being repeated here today. Coach Otuado is yet to speak about the game, and we're certainly going to hear from him tomorrow in the Matchday -1 press conference that will be organized. Anyway, today we had the opportunity to hear from two players, Dennis Odoi, who plays his football for Club Brugge, and Antoine Semenyo, who plays for Bristol City. Dennis Odoi was surprised to hear today, and probably learning for the first time, that Ghana is the lowest ranked team at the World Cup. Yes, 61st. He says that the Black Stars will have to change this, and very quickly. Antoine Semenyo said that despite inexperienced players in the squad when it comes to the World Cup, he believes that the Black Stars will be able to put up a showing against Portugal. We have seen the likes of Senegal and Tunisia already go out there to show us what they can do, and truly, if you needed any kind of motivation today, must be it, because Saudi Arabia, who are ranked 51st, beats Argentina, who are ranked 3rd, by 2-1. That's exactly the kind of sentiment that you get from in and around this camp, that despite being the lowest ranked team of the World Cup, there would be a big performance against Portugal. The boys are trading out here. We'll be giving you all the updates as we go through this, and we promise to make sure that you have everything right in there. My name is George Addy Jr., reporting from the Aspire Academy, where the Black Stars are having another training session ahead of the game against Portugal on Thursday.
So the Black Stars, and Communications Director of the Ghana Football Association, Henry Asante-Chum, says it is too early for Ghanaians to be tipping the senior team to go all the way and win the World Cup trophy. There had been great optimism since Otoado's men comfortably beat Switzerland in that friendly, but many are believing that the team is now capable of lifting the trophy. However, Mr. Asante-Chum wants our expectations to be measured for the Black Stars.
Too much. We want to approach this game with the highest level of humility as possible. We want to take the games as they come by, one after the other, game by game approach. Yes, before the Switzerland game, if they were quite negative towards the team, is because in recent times results have not gone our way. Ever since we qualified, we've played I think about 5 matches. We played in the Kirin Cup, we lost 1, we drew 1, won against Chile on penalties. We played against Madagascar, won 3-0 in Cape Coast. We played Central African Republic, drew 1-1, and then we lost to Brazil. And then in the game against Nicaragua, even though we won, the performance was not good enough. So yes, it could turn the heads of Ghanaians against the team, as they did not really believe in this squad. But today we have a different generation of players. New players have come in. The Tariq Lampteys, the Kamal Sowers, the Salisu Mohammeds have all come in. Antoine Semenyo, not forgetting Iñaki Williams, and they are changing the face of the team. And so yes, I think that it's too early to start calling for the trophy. Yeah. We know we have 3 games to play at the group stages. We know we need at least 4 points, maximum 6 points to make it to the second round. It will not be easy, but it is surmountable.
We also look at, if you look at the Black Stars team, it is the youngest team at this particular tournament. How does that look positive, for the target of the Black Stars to at least qualify from the group stage?
Well, it will look great if we're able to qualify. Yes, it will also tell us that the future is bright. You look at the average age of this team, and it's 22. Tariq Lamptey, Danlad, Ibrahim, Efriye, Barnier, 22, 23, so it's very positive. Aside this tournament, we have the AFCON qualifiers, we have the AFCON 2023, we have AFCON 2025, and so these players can play, most of these players can play the next 4 AFCON tournaments. Most of these players, I am very positive about this time, in 2026 and 2030, they will all be there. Kamal Dean, Kudus Mohammed, Tariq Lamptey, Efriye, Barnier, Danlad, Ibrahim, Kamal Sowa, all of them are in the early 20s, and so they can last for the next 3-4 tournaments, and that's one of the exciting things that I like about this team. Take that aside, and then you come in with the hunger, the energy level of the team, the adrenaline level of the team is also very, very exciting. We have a very good technical team led by Otoado, with Chris Hilton, George Boateng, and Didi Dramani, with Richard Kingston, who are all mobilizing and coming together with ideas and efforts to give us a very good competition. I know for a fact that this tournament will be one of the best that we have seen.
Interesting scenes in the Arab region, but the Festival of Football continues today as it enters day 4 of the month-long tournament. And so we get to see the fixtures that are coming up for today. Morocco will take on Croatia in that early kickoff today. And then Germany later on will take on Japan, Spain against Costa Rica. That game between Belgium and Canada will be live on Joy Prime at 6 p.m. The discussions take on, and 7 p.m. will bring you that game live here on Joy Prime. That's all for Sports on the AM show. My name is Abigail, Sena, Sosu. Let's do this again tomorrow.